Hello. This week on Twitter, I had quite a handful of messages asking me what my best advice is for anything as a coach giving advice to people. And on Twitter, it would be very difficult to give any semblance of something wise or important, as on Twitter, you have to speak your message in 140 characters or less. But here, I wanted to kind of elaborate. And usually on Twitter, what I'll say, in 140 characters or less, best advice, I don't know anything about you, but as a coach, somebody whose purpose in life is to help guide and enrich people to live a full, rich, abundant, and adventurous and joyous life, if I can give two pieces of advice in a nutshell, in 140 characters or less, very condensed, I would say number one is stop complaining, and number two is do something about the position that you're in right now. That's it. In a nutshell, that's what it would be. Now I can write a whole book on just these two subjects, but fortunately we don't have to read an entire book right now. I'll talk about it in a couple of minutes. First step is, I believe, equally as important as the second. So these are both crucial. First step is to stop complaining. Take responsibility for where you're at in your life right now. And the minute that you choose to stop blaming the world and your family, and blaming the government, and blaming your job, and blaming the circumstances around you for the position that you're in, and you choose to start taking responsibility for the place that you're in your life, things begin to change. Because when you place blame, you're powerless. When you take responsibility, you're completely and utterly powerful. That feels really good. The moment that I chose to take responsibility in my own life, everything changed. Because it meant I was in charge of my destiny. I was the one that was going to guide the direction of my life, not outside forces, not extrinsic circumstances, not my family, not my friends, not my relationship, not my job, not anything else. Step number one, first piece of advice, take responsibility for where you're at in your life. Step number two, just as important, stop complaining and do something about it. Do something about the situation that you're in right now. See, I see a lot of people, and some of the people that I work with myself, and a lot of people on Twitter, we like to complain. That's why you watching this video right now, you have a lot of friends, and you have a lot of family, and a lot of coworkers that complain. We complain. We love complaining. But when we complain and we don't do anything about the situation that we're in, how are we ever going to get anywhere? Nothing's going to change in our life if we continue to go down that road. Nothing. So, step number one, hi, how are you? Good. So step number one is to take responsibility for where we're at in our lives at this moment. Take full responsibility, because that makes us powerful to make a change in our life. Step number two is to do something, to actually make that change, to be proactive, to be solution-oriented, and to growing towards the person that we want. Our growing and making the effort to make the change, we love to blame because it's good for our ego, right? It makes our ego feel good. Because it's not our fault where we're at where we are, right? It's not our fault our relationships suck. It's not my fault that my job sucks. It's not my fault that I haven't traveled the world. It's not my fault I'm out of shape. But when we do that, nothing can change. Nothing. And the next step, actually do something. How many times do we say, I wish I can do that. I wish I can be a millionaire. Oh, I've always wanted to start my own business. And we complain about it. We complain about our jobs, and we have never started that own business. Oh, I wish I can travel the world, but I haven't done it. Do something about it. Take responsibility and do something. That's how your life's going to change. So, in 140 characters or less, two best pieces of advice I can ever give to anyone, whether you're running a business, whether I'm coaching in business or in life. It's to take full responsibility for where you are and then make the change. How are you? Hi. All right. All the best. Be good. Be awesome. Be great. Much love.